In this episode of 10 Best Ones, we are going to check out the top 5 best gaming mice in 2018. I made this list based on my personal opinion, and I tried to list them based on their price, quality, durability and more. If you want to see the price and find out more information about these gaming mice, you can check out the links down in the description and the comment section below. Okay, so, let's get started with the video. At number 5, we have the Logitech G502 Proteus Spectrum. The Logitech G502 Proteus Spectrum is a great example of a gaming mouse that combines 11 programmable buttons, great design, RGB lighting and adjustable sensitivity of up to 12,000 dpi, that will dramatically improve your gameplay. From a design perspective, the G502 Proteus Spectrum has a compact, low-profile body, finished in black, with textured rubber grips on its both sides, and a gentle thumb groove that holds 3 buttons. At the top, you will instantly notice the wheel, while slightly below, there are 2 buttons, which will give you an option to switch between gaming profiles that you have to previously create with the Logitech gaming software. In addition, the wheel is very interesting, due to the fact that it is textured, and it can be clicked in 3 directions, such as left, right, and middle, so as you can see, this unit has a really interesting design. Another great thing about this mouse is that you can adjust its weight by taking an advantage of its give 3.5 gram weights, so you will always have the right weight, and at the same time, you will be versatile in terms of adjusting, and better at gaming. Now, let's talk about the features. This model feels really comfortable as the users claim, but this is nothing to be surprised of, because if we take into consideration its textured rubber grips, it means that you can have a greater control, and be more effective in the actual gameplay. Moreover, the G502 Spectrum has an exclusive Logitech G Delta Zero optical sensor that does a pretty good job in the process of minimizing the mouse acceleration, which by default means that you can target your enemies better and eliminate them within seconds. But let's not forget that this unit has 5 dpi settings, which I particularly like due to the fact that you can switch between them anytime you want to change something with your gameplay. Before we end, I'd suggest you use the Logitech gaming software that has a user-friendly interface with many interesting options, so you can program buttons, tailor the RGB lighting, adjust DPI sensitivity and many other things. Overall, the G502 Proteus Spectrum is a true gem, because it has everything needed to ensure a quality and highly responsive gameplay. Moving on, at number 4, we have the Corsair Darkcore SE. The Corsair Darkcore SE would be an excellent option for you, especially if you're looking for a wireless, gaming mouse that combines an ergonomic design and a gaming-grade, optical sensor of up to 16,000 dpi with a long battery life that will without a doubt, offer you an undistracted gameplay like you've never had before. From a design perspective, this model sports an all-black, textured and rubberized construction that will offer you a stable grip as you're moving in any direction, while its 4 independent RGB lighting zones will drastically enhance your gaming ambient as you're playing during the night. When it comes to the buttons, well, they count 9 in total, of which on the top, you can find left and right click button, a mode switches, 2 DPI toggles and a scroll wheel, while on the left, there is a so-called sniper button, that sits between the backward and forward buttons. Before we move to the next section, I'd also like to mention that this mouse comes with 2 interchangeable side grips of which you can take an advantage in order to find and set your preferred play style. But now, let's talk about the performance. The Darkcore SE, as I've stated at the beginning, is powered by a 16,000 dpi optical sensor, which does an extremely good job in providing an exceptionally accurate, high-speed tracking on different surfaces, and as you know, this is especially important when gaming, due to the fact that you can respond adequately when you're being attacked by your enemies. In addition, you can download Corsair's utility engine software as well, which will give you an opportunity to assign macros, and adjust the RGB lighting as you prefer, and once you do these things, everything will be saved on the dedicated onboard storage that this mouse has, so you won't have to adjust them all over again every time you want to play. Finally, the battery life may last up to 24 hours according to the manufacturer, but this may vary in practice since everything depends on your use, whether you're playing with an enabled RGB lighting or not. To conclude, the Darkcore SE deserves your attention, so give it a try and assure yourself of its quality. Next up, at number 3, we have the HyperX Pulsefire Surge. The HyperX Pulsefire Surge is a reasonably priced, RGB gaming mouse that has received a tremendously good feedback from the gaming community, so let's get straight into the action in order to find out why's the whole hype going around this mouse. From a design perspective, the Pulsefire Surge boasts an ergonomically shaped, matte black body that consists of 6 buttons in total, including a left button, right button, a DPI sensitivity button, 2 thumb buttons and a scroll wheel, as well as a LED strip that surrounds the front, back and the side of the mouse. For your information, HyperX has used Omron switches which, as you may already know, are not only responsive but are durable enough to last for up to 50 million clicks for your ultimate user experience. I would also like to add that most of the users claim that the switches do really offer a smooth, tactile feedback, since it isn't strong or too light, but instead, it is well balanced, so I think that you will love them. Moving on, this unit comes with a flexible braided cable that will never make you feel restricted in terms of movement, while if you flip the mouse over, you will also find large skates that will improve your gliding even more, so for now, I don't have any remarks. Now, let's talk about the features. This mouse is armed with a Pixart 3389 sensor that will allow you switch between DPIs that range from 100 to up to 16,000, and according to those who've purchased this mouse, the gaming experience is indeed overwhelming, since it performs really well in fast-paced games like Overwatch, and in other games including CS, GO, PUBG, Fortnite and more. Moreover, if you want to enrich your gameplay with RGB lighting, then all you have to do is to take an advantage of the HyperX Ngenuity software, which has a straightforward interface, and packs 3 preset profiles such as Wave, Solid and Cycle. On the other hand, the software will let you assign macros, customize the DPI and much more. Overall, the is worthy of considering, because it is suitable for everyone's budget and offers a great value for its price tag. Moving on, at number 2, we have the Razer Mamba Elite. The Razer Mamba Elite is a real, esports gaming mouse that was released earlier in this year, but since its initial release, it has somehow managed to quickly establish itself as a top option for everyone who wants to invest in a mouse that has an excellent build quality and performs unbelievably good. From a design perspective, the Mamba Elite features a compact, dark body that houses Razer mechanical switches that are specifically engineered to handle up to 50 million clicks and to provide you a crisp tactile feedback. For your information, they count 9 in total, including a left click, scroll wheel that tilts left and right, a right click, 2 buttons positioned on the side, 2 more positioned on the top, and keep in mind that each of them can be individually adjusted, so you will never feel restricted on anything. On the sides, you can instantly notice that the surface is rubberized, which is pretty cool, due to the fact that you will have a stable and secure grip during your gameplay, since your fingers will barely sweat. But now, let's talk about the performance. The Mamba Elite has extremely powerful specs that will positively affect your gameplay, starting from its tracking speed of up to 450 inches per second, the 16,000 DPI and its ultrapolling rate of 1000 Hz, so as you can see, in practice, this mouse is equivalent to a Ferrari in terms of speed, but in the mouse category. According to those who've had an opportunity to play with this mouse, the Mamba Elite does glide extremely smoothly to various mouse pads, and when we add the fact that it comes with a long, durable cable that measures 6.89 feet in length, it means that you will be completely free in terms of movement. Speaking of the customization, the Razer Synapse 3 software will be there for you to make you able to do all kind of customization, starting from in-game lighting alerts, animated effects, adjusting the RGB lighting that will glow on its 20 lighting zone, and save up to 5 different profiles to the onboard memory. To conclude, I strongly recommend you consider this mouse, since it can be used for virtually any gaming genre thanks to its high-end capabilities. And finally, at number 1, we have the SteelSeries Rival 650. The SteelSeries Rival 650 is an impressively adjustable, wireless RGB gaming mouse that performs as an actual, wired mouse thanks to its quick recharge capabilities that will change the way you perceive wireless mice. From a design perspective, the Rival 650 has an ergonomic, black-finished construction that is suitable for both claw grip or palm grip users, and when we add the fact that it has removable, easy-to-detach sides, it means that you will have a complete freedom in terms of making weight adjustments. Since I've mentioned the weight, I would like to inform you that this unit comes with 8 weights where each of them weighs 4 grams, so you can always adjust the weight according to your preferences. Moving on, there are 7 buttons such as a left-click button, textured scroll wheel, right-click button, yet another button positioned below the scroll wheel, and 2 buttons positioned on the side, a toggle button that can be seen when you flip the mouse over as well as a connect button. Now, let's talk about the features. One of the most notable things regarding the Rival 650 is the TrueMove 3 dual sensor system, which will offer you an insanely accurate 1-to-1 tracking that will elevate your gameplay to a whole new level, since you will never face tracking errors and occurrences of lag. In addition, this mouse is equipped with a 32-bit ARM sensor as well, which does an extremely good job in providing a low latency performance of impressive 1 millisecond, and when we add the fact that the mechanical switches can withstand up to 60 million clicks, without a doubt, I can say that this mouse is simply ideal for FPS gaming. When it comes to the battery life, SteelSeries claim that with only 15 minutes of charging, this mouse will offer you up to 10 hours of gameplay, but what also got my attention is that if you're in hurry, a 5-minute charge will offer you up to 3 hours of battery life, which is awesome if you ask me. Overall, I'd recommend you seriously consider the SteelSeries Rival 650, and if you ever decide to purchase it, I'm sure that you will never regret that decision. Thanks for watching, I hope you liked this video. If this video was helpful to you, please remember to leave a like and subscribe to my channel to see more videos like this in the future, and if you have any questions related to these gaming mice, you can leave a comment down below and I will get back to you as soon as I can.